Many teachers across the U.S. are missing their kids. The kids are missing their teachers, too. And they held parades throughout the kids' neighborhoods to show them how much they miss them. One of the drive-bys was in Mankato, Minnesota last night. Teachers hit the streets in their cars, decked out with signs of support. And a lot of the kids and their families stepped outside of their homes to greet them. Sanford Health is starting to run tests for COVID-19 out of its Sioux Falls headquarters, and that's going to mean faster turnaround time for people waiting for results. They just got the go-ahead from the South Dakota Department of Health. Tests will be available at Sanford clinics and medical centers and processed at the lab in Sioux Falls. Patients should receive results in 24 to 48 hours instead of the 3 to 5 days that it usually takes. Sanford expects to process about 400 tests a day to start. Fargo restaurants, bars, and breweries are getting the go-ahead to sell you liquor for delivery or curbside pickup. City commissioners approved the new temporary policy yesterday. It's in effect for the next 30 days. A Fargo daycare says the coronavirus shutdown could put them out of business. Children of Hope is in North Fargo. Their enrollment has taken a drastic hit since the COVID-19 outbreak. Management says it went from having 74 kids enrolled in their programs to just 10. That means layoffs and a loss of income, which they say is putting their future in jeopardy. Children of Hope says they can't make it through to the end of this pandemic without getting financial help from the state of North Dakota or the federal government. It's about 8 minutes before 7. Let's get a check now of our First Alert Storm Team forecast. And Lisa, it's kind of a dreary start to our Tuesday.
Yeah, we're factoring in that fog, that mist and drizzle that's out there, creating low visibility. And in some places where temperatures are below freezing, we're concerned about some slick roads too, with wet road surfaces. You can see that right here on the tri-level here in Fargo. We're looking eastbound on I-94. You can see the shiny road surface there. Devin's been reporting that. We'll check in with him in a moment. In East Grand Forks, not looking too bad as we're looking toward the river there, but visibility is down slightly. Foreman, Medina, we're both looking at those locations being some foggy spots as well here this morning. Here's a look at our visibility reports. Down to less than a mile in a lot of spots at the airport in Grand Forks at half-mile visibility. Carrington, Valley City about a quarter mile. 0 in Gwinner. Wapaton's down to a half mile. And Wadena now down to a half mile. That's an update for you here. So alerting you today that we are really dealing with some fog that's going to be quite murky for you if you're venturing out this morning. Looking also at some areas where we're getting a little bit of rain. Very light stuff, just the kind of stuff that's going to be a nuisance for us today, but you can see some spotty showers in both green and pink, indicating the potential for some freezing drizzle around Park River. This is moving to the northeast. You're going to want to watch out for that. And temperatures are mild, at least. We're into the 30s in most areas, but some spots, again, below freezing or at freezing that you're going to want to be careful of. Those bridge decks, those on and off ramps might get a little slick. And wind coming in out of the south or southeast, a couple of gusts into the 20s. We could get to 30 today, or maybe even above 30 miles per hour. So dealing with some breezy conditions on top of the gloom and that chance for some rain here. A little drizzle this morning, more areas of scattered rain showers this afternoon. But check out this temperature. Fargo getting to 45 degrees, really warming up here for your Tuesday. We're cooling down Wednesday. There's going to be a slight chance for some snow showers. This is going to be most likely in the very southern end of the valley that you're going to see that snow. And then once that clears out, we're warming right back up into the weekend. Time now for traffic. Let's check in with Devin Fry with the Valley Today's Traffic on the Move.
Thanks, Lisa. Now, here on the interstates, that's where the visibility is being the most affected by this fog that we've been getting this morning. These exit signs really just came into view, and up ahead there is the 13th Avenue turnoff, and you can barely even see it up there. So overall, things are getting pretty bad as far as visibility goes here on the interstates, and it's been fairly consistent throughout the entire FM area. Pretty much no matter where you go, you're going to be running into visibility issues with this fog. The most impressive thing is watch how you can't even see the tri-level coming up here, and normally this is obviously visible. It's a massive structure, but right now you can't see any of it because of this fog. So obviously creating some visibility issues. Be sure to look out for those. Now, like Lisa alluded to, it is creating some wet road surfaces. Some areas it's like looking into a mirror with how the glare is coming off the roadways, so there's going to be some slick spots today. Now, it's Tuesday and the drive-thru is still open for Taco Tuesday, and delivery is now available at participating locations via the Taco John's app. So ole the day at Taco John's. For your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
It's now 5 minutes before 7 o'clock. North Dakota's confirmed COVID-19 cases now stand at 33. Governor Doug Burgum says the latest cases involve a Burleigh County woman in her 30s who had close contact with a person infected with the coronavirus, and a Walsh County man in his 70s whose case is under investigation. A third confirmed case is also being investigated. So far, more than 1,400 North Dakotans have been tested for COVID-19. 73 are being monitored for symptoms and 4 are in the hospital. Minnesota's confirmed case count is now at 235, up 66 from Sunday. State health officials say nearly 5,000 Minnesotans have been tested so far for the illness. Governor Tim Walz is self-isolating after learning a member of his security detail tested positive for the coronavirus. He signed an executive order yesterday to suspend evictions, support small businesses, and address the shortage of hospital equipment during the COVID-19 outbreak. The governor says he is not yet ready to issue a shelter-in-place order in Minnesota, but says he is considering it. The COVID-19 pandemic is hitting home with Minnesota U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar. She says her husband, John Bessler, has been diagnosed with the disease and is in the hospital. The former Democratic presidential candidate says Bessler quarantined himself immediately and sought the test after he coughed up blood. Fargo-Davies High School students are cleaning out their lockers today. The school will be open from 9 this morning until 2:30 in the afternoon. School officials want families to adhere to social distancing guidelines while in and around the building, and they should also take no more than 10 minutes to get their stuff and go. Here's a follow-up to a story about a teacher's parade that we told you about yesterday. It didn't happen because the school called it off for safety reasons. Staff at Westside Elementary in West Fargo had planned to drive a parade route through their students' neighborhood to wave at kids. But school officials canceled it in order to keep everyone at a safe distance. Many students are staying positive by writing positive words with chalk and putting teddy bears and hearts in their windows for other children to see. Westside Elementary staff instead made a video for their kids. We have a link to it. You can go and find it on our VNL News app. Working out at the gym was a part of many people's daily routines, but now the gyms are closed and our lives are, well, not like we would enjoy them to be right now. The Valley Today's Abby Furchner joins us live from her living room this morning. And Abby, you are one of those who would like to go to the gym every day, and now you have some creative ideas for in your home, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I was definitely a gym goer. It was part of my everyday routine. And so now I can totally understand. I completely relate to those that are kind of thrown off by all of this. But what's super nice is so many local gyms are now going virtual and they're having the same classes. So you don't feel like, you know, you're missing out on anything. Some of the local gyms that are going virtually, that you can find them on their Facebook page and things like that, are the YMCA Cass Clay Dynasty Performance Trainings offering a free month of their basic beginner program. And you can also find them out on Instagram. Anytime Fitness and Quartz Plus also is going virtual. We have them up on our screen right now. I just went to their Facebook page and we have Jamie Smith, her Tabata class was yesterday. And then there's about 6 other different programs too that you can find on just their Facebook page, and you don't need any gym equipment. A lot of it is body weight, but when I was talking to her yesterday, she said grab your cans of soup that you have, fill a water bottle full of water, or even grab that laundry detergent too. Those can be some weights that you can use. And I mean, I definitely have used the cans of soup, and after a couple of reps, you get tired. But I know too that a lot of people are on their phones right now trying to do everything virtually, and a lot of apps are offering free workouts too, like Orange Theory has some classes. There's so many, and I've fallen in love with Peloton, the Peloton app. They have running, outdoor, strength, cycling, yoga, meditation, stretching, walking, you name it, they have it on here. And I've been in love with their yoga classes, and I just need this much space. Honestly, I'll just set it up right here. I'll click the yoga class I want. They have either 15 to like 45 minutes, and you're able to do it in the comfort of your home. So this is just a few ways that you can still remain active and motivated while, we're going through this time.
Thank you, Abby. Okay, let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question, 18% of adults say they're afraid to do this with their spouse. The answer, ride in a car with them. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, the Valley Today continues right now on the Fargo CW.